everyone, and welcome once again. Today I wanted to show you guys an easy method to start your onion seeds. The method itself is easy. Finding supplies, not so easy. I just been running all around town looking for some blood meal. Unfortunately, there's none to be found in Grand Falls. I just happened to have some blood meal and bone meal mixed together that I use on the farm. Every time I plant something, I always put in a teaspoon of blood meal and bone meal because it helps to amend my soil. Today, I've just received my onion seeds in the mail, which seemed to take forever. And I'm not impressed with the amount of seeds that was in per package, but oh well, I guess I'm going to have to learn to save my onion seeds. Today I'm going to be starting Walla sweet onion, a red burgundy onion seed, and a white Spanish onion, sweet onion, which we use a lot of these in when we're making French onion soup. This is what I got per package of seeds. As you could tell, not a lot of seeds. This is going to be my first year growing onions from seed. In the past, I had purchased onion bulbs, which I never really had much success getting large onions. So after doing a bit of research this winter, because I had told you guys many a times that I'm not great at growing vegetables and I want to get better, so I started doing some research. Well, with the onion sets, the little bulbs that you buy in a package, those are second year bulbs. An onion is a biennial. So in the first year, you can grow out the seed, and with the right growing conditions, you can have great size onions. But you can also have those little bulbs which will flower in the second year. So if you're buying those little bulbs, what's happening is, because it's already a year old, that bulb is looking to put on flowers to set seed. So that's probably one of the reasons why I wasn't getting big onions. Also, after doing more research, I realized I had not been fertilizing my onions like I should be. I had a lady come by last fall, bought some peonies off of me, and she had told me she fertilizes her onions at least 3 times in a season. So I went in and did some research. Sure enough, I'm not feeding my onions enough either. When you go to plant your onions in the ground, you're going to give it a fertilizer of 10-10-10. Then over the next 12-week period, every 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be giving it some high nitrogen fertilizer, which onions love nitrogen, and you're going to give it some 21-0-0. And then when that onion plant is at bulb stage, you change your fertilizer to a 5-10-10, so less nitrogen and more phosphate. I'm going to try this year to stay true to this recipe, and hopefully I'm going to have bigger onions. Onions do need lots of nitrogen. So here today, I've got a container of Pro-Mix. Also, onions need drainage. So what I have here is some nice fine sand. And I'm just going to, this is a cup, so I don't know if I need exactly a cup, but I'll put a fair amount of it in here. So this is going to help with the drainage, because onions don't want to be sitting in water. So I put the entire cup in. Now I'm just going to give it a handful of bone meal and blood meal, and I'm going to mix this all around. All we need is Pro Mix. This is all purpose, some sand, and if you don't have sand, you can use perlite and blood meal. Now I'm just going to give this some water. And now I'm going to fill my containers. They're full of soil. Just going to pat this down. This container, I will plant all of these seeds. And I can leave these seeds in this container until I plant it at the farm. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sprinkle. I just sprinkled the seeds on top, and now I'm going to put about 1/4 of an inch of soil on top and just gently press down. There you go. And of course we're going to give this a label. If you guys are following me, probably each week I'm going to be giving you updates of what's happening in my grow room. And once these get big enough for a trim, I will show you that. So it's okay from this point on till they go into ground to give them 3 to 4 good trims and cut them down to about 2 inches tall. I'm probably going to be watering these every couple of days so that they don't dry out and they stay nice and moist. And once they germinate, then I'll probably just keep an eye, because like I said, they do not like a lot of water. The roots of the onions do not like to be soaking wet. I've got lots more planting here to do today. I've got some petunia seeds, some geranium seeds, some jolly jump up, some jalapeno peppers. So I'm going to go ahead now and finish sowing these onions, and I'll be soil blocking some of the other seeds, and maybe later I'll take you guys inside in my grow room where I do have some green. Lots of things are starting to pop through the soil. I'll be seeing you guys shortly. It's the next day and I'm in my grow room, so I'm just going to turn you guys around so you can have a look. I said in a previous video that just like that I would have this grow room filled. Well, she's halfway filled. Let me show you guys what's happening. So these are the onion seeds that I planted yesterday. So remember, I was complaining about the Walla onions that didn't have very many seed in the pack. Well, apparently the other 2 packs did have quite a few seeds. These are the red onions, which I managed to fill 4 of these mushroom trays. And then these here are the sweet white Spanish onions. So I got 4 trays of those. For those that are going to be helping me down on the farm, we'll be planting those in the beds come spring. Here we have the tomatoes and the peppers and the marigolds that the students are doing the grow room program with me, and up there are the ones that I have under the grow light. Here on this rack here are all different bell peppers, and I do have a lot of bell peppers. One rack full of here, and there's more yet, and they are starting to sprout. little bit of green there. And these are the laburnum, the golden chain tree. Right now, I think I have 28 that have popped up. They have lots of growth yet to put on before they go to their forever home. Remember the coleus that I had planted, which were pelletized year-old seeds? Well, I got some germination on those. I think in total there's probably about 30 so far that's popped up. And here are some more different peppers. And down here we've got lots of pansies, show Swiss giant. And at my last count, I believe there was over 90 that had germinated. And down here again, there's more bell peppers. And I got red, yellow, orange bell peppers. And I also got Alicano sweet finger peppers. And let's see what we got here sitting on the heat mat. And these are violas, jolly jump hops. Got some burgundy gerber daisies. These here, geraniums. Very disappointed in this package of seeds. Only 10 seeds. Like, that's nuts. And let's see what else we got in here. More bell peppers. And more jolly jump hops. Red bell peppers, jolly jump hops. Yellow bell peppers. And these 4 trays here are million bells, which those seeds were given to me from Lady in Deer Lake through a seed swap. And what else have we got here? Petunias, 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 and a tray of winter savory, which is a perennial. Got lots of perennials. I know Aunt Wanda was quite concerned we wouldn't have lots of color. So I don't need all these petunias on the farm. So I will be selling some of these come this spring. It's a pleasure now each morning getting up and coming into my grow room, flicking on those lights and seeing green, especially when it's days like today. Another snowstorm. Getting anxious now for winter be over with. It's time to say goodbye to old man winter. And I'm going to probably give you guys weekly updates as to what's growing. And eventually when my seedlings are ready to sell and ready to go to their forever homes, I will notify you. I know some people have already reached out to me. Are you having bell peppers again this year? So yes, I think there's going to be lots. Last year on my bell peppers, I only had 50% germination rate, but this year I could have same problem with the bell peppers as what I had with the tomatoes. So it could be the year of the bell peppers, but we're not going to complain. They're delicious and everybody loves their bell peppers. Okay guys, great chatting with you all again today. Take care. Love you all.